Boxing fans, do you want to win your share of $100,000? Simply enter the houseofboxing.com Fight Night Prediction Challenge. Compete with boxing fans around the world. Simply head over to houseofboxing.com and sign up now.
Matt Lenihan for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and houseofboxing.com. We are here with Malik Scott. Malik, it's nice to see a traditional boxing man here at this event. Let's talk about why you are here. You've got, I think it's fair to say, one of the most skillful fighters, one of the best fighters in this crossover scene in Deen the Great. First off, talk to me a little bit about him. I know he's doing his thing up at Brickhouse Boxing with you, obviously, another trainer's in the gym. Talk to me about Deen a little bit.
He's a super talent, especially for his experience level. He reminds me of like an explosive early Meldrick Taylor. He has a huge personality. He's brash. He's confident. He looks good. Everybody love him. Boxing, the boxing world, whether it's influence or on outside, we need personalities and talents like that. And he's going to look good Saturday night. He's always learning at a high level, whether it's with me, his coach Yogi, boxing Brian Valora, boxing Scracker Ramirez, at the Brickhouse Boxing Gym, which is one of the best boxing gyms in the world. And yeah, I can't wait for you guys to see him Saturday night. He's going to put on a hell of a show.
I've seen him a few times, and every time I speak to this kid, he always seems one of the most energetic people that I speak to. And he is exciting to watch. Do you think he's one of these who could cross over into that pro game and try and make some waves? Like you said, he mentioned sparring Scrappy Ramirez and all these other fighters. Is he one of those who could cross over a little bit from this scene?
No, he's one of those that's going to cross over from this right here. This is just the beginning for him. I don't know exactly how this Misfits thing, no, not Misfits, the influencer thing go, how long these kids stay in this, but I know for sure whenever it is he's ready to cross over, he'll be more than ready, because he's just so, he's a sponge for knowledge. He's around knowledge all the time. He's fast, he's brash, he's confident, he's everything. He's always boxing at a high level, always wanting to learn. It's almost like he can't miss. Talents like Deen, all he have to do is stay on the straight road and he won't fail.
What's the one bit of advice maybe that you've give him? What's the biggest sort of bit of key advice that you've give someone like Deen, someone who's seen it all in boxing? You've been around some of the best as well. You obviously had a distinguished pro career and you're now in the gym. What's the one bit of advice you give him or any of these guys who are jumping into boxing?
I just tell them all the time, seize every opportunity. I've been telling them that. I know him personally now, but before, I think one of my introductions with him was that. To seize every opportunity, take advantage of these moments, let him know that in this realm, there's no talent really like him as bright as his. So the more and more, the better and better he performed, the better and better his stock will go up. And it has went up since me telling him that, not because I told him, just because he stayed on a straight road and a straight out and just continued to grow and grow and grow. I'm proud of him, and I love watching young, talented black men come from where we come from, put themselves in a position, not just for themselves, but for their families and things like that. And Deen is doing a great job. I expect a huge future from this kid. Huge.
100%. Now, last time I spoke to you, I believe it was Newcastle, because I saw you up there as well.
Yes,
Temper. Now, I spoke to you on that day, and I said to you, look, there's been a lot of talks about Joshua, Wilder, Joshua. At this point, are you just getting sick and tired of this? Because I was speaking to Eddie Hearn, I said at some point either you or Team Wilder will have to pull the trigger on getting these guys back out, because that pot of gold that's waiting in Saudi is over there, and these boys need activity, they need to fight. So at some point they're going to have to make a decision. Where are we at with this in your mind, and what's going on?
It's very frustrating because I want Deontay to have as much activity as possible, obviously, because I'm very compassionate about him, I care about him, and me caring about him, he's a fighter. I want my fighter to have activity at the highest level, not just fighting anybody, because Deontay is big-time boxing. I want him to be in big-time fights. A couple months ago, I was much more confident about the fight happening in January. Now I'm not confident in nothing at all. The only thing I want now is Deontay to fight. I'm not going to, we all know who I would want him to fight, which is Anthony Joshua. But now we in a position that we may have to be looking at other options because of the business of boxing is just shit. The revenue at times is higher, but the business aspect, it just really doesn't add up, in my opinion, because the Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis effect is happening thus far with this fight. And that's unfortunate because the fans deserve it, the historians deserve it, the little kids that's motivated by these guys deserve it. All gyms all across the nation deserve it. It's a world freeze kind of fight. and it's just unfortunate it's not happening right now.
When you see the news that Oleksandr Usyk and Tyson Fury are signed,
it makes me extremely jealous.
I was just about to say, does that sort of strike a chord with you and go, like, come on?
Yeah, it makes me extremely jealous, not of the individuals, but that they're getting the big-time fight. They're getting the big-time revenue. They're getting the big-time shine. And why does it make me feel jealous and even more frustrated is because I represent, and I'm the head trainer of Deontay Wilder. I'm trying to stop what those guys got going on with Deontay. I don't want them getting no shine when it comes to Deontay. I mean them no good when it comes to their side or my side when I'm representing Deontay. And right now, those guys is in a good position as far as this big fight being made because it's signed from what I'm hearing. I'm frustrated about it. A few months ago, we was the big fight that was going to be headline in Saudi. Now they are. I'm frustrated, and I just wish this fight would be taking place, or at least in motion of taking place between Deontay and AJ, and it's not. It's at a standstill.
Well, look, I want to ask you quickly, these two main events this weekend. As a fighter, you've seen it all. You've experienced fiery characters. The build-up to Dillon, Danis, and Logan Paul has been Dillon poking Logan throughout, but he's not just poked him with, you're this, that, and the other. He's been posting pictures almost daily of his fiancée. Now, I want to know from your point of view, is there a line that shouldn't be crossed in a build-up, or is this just one of these, it's the fight game, anything happens? What's your opinion on that?
It's an individual thing. To me, some guys, they handle their business different. They think that they could just say anything out their mouth, whether it's about someone's wife, someone's kids, anything. You know, I don't want to get in no one's head that much that I got to talk about their wife or kids or anything like that, because I'm very confident in me. But everybody run their circus a little bit different. This is the greatest show on earth. And if you can't take the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen. If you're talking trash about a fighter and then he goes a little bit deeper than your trash talk, then you can't say, wait, that's too low. I don't want to sound soft or weak, anything like that, but we all know what a low blow is. We all are grown here. You know, if you're talking about certain topics about a man's family, his wife and kids, you know that could be a little bit low. And if you don't care about that, that's on you. But the real interesting part is Paul has the opportunity to fix that and fix Dillon come Saturday. So the real thing is he going to fix the problem, or is he going to get fucked up after someone disrespected his family like that? And that right there is the entertainment aspect where we all should win at, to see that unravel in a very violent manner.
What do you think happens? Hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Like, no, I wouldn't say it's hard to say. I probably just don't care. It's not hard to say. I just don't care.
Well, look, in the other side of that, KSI, Tommy Fury, we saw it get a little bit heated yesterday. I assume we're going to see some antics today. It's normally what happens at these things. Tommy Fury went in there with Jake Paul, and I feel like in that fight, he had the weight of the boxing world. He has that Fury last name. And everybody was looking at him going, especially from the boxing side, going, you best not let that boy beat you. Because that sets a trend to say that anybody can just start boxing and bouncing. He did his thing, he got the victory. What do you think happens in this fight? The pressure on him, I feel like, is a little bit off in comparison to the last one, where he can sort of move a bit more freely and flex in this fight. But what is your opinion? KSI? Yeah, I feel like the pressure for the last fight was more than this one. So I feel like because he's had that experience, it'll be easier for him to deal with. Yes, so what do you think?
I got what you're getting, yes. I think the pressure was on for the last fight when he fought the other Jake, right? Yeah. Yes, the pressure really was on. This one is a little bit more, the event is still huge.
Massive.
The event is just as massive, right? Because it's the biggest card. But I feel as though, like, you know, he'll handle the pressure well. Will he beat KSI? I don't know that, but I know if he don't, let's talk about the greatest show on earth again. I can tell you if he don't, Big John Fury is going to start a riot. And that right there is worth the whole shit. This is John Fury's show.
Yeah, absolutely. So last one for me. I heard that Regis Prograis training at your gym, House of Boxing. He's got a huge fight against Undisputed, Devin Haney. Obviously, you're going with Regis on that fight. Talk to me about how Regis is getting on, how he's looking in camp, because the best Regis Prograis versus the best Devin Haney is an incredible fight for boxing, the hardcore boxing fans. What do you make of that fight, and obviously how do you think Regis wins that fight?
I believe if Regis buy into the system of Coach Julian, he'll be successful. I believe if he get distracted and doesn't have humility and don't buy into the system of Coach Julian, then I think it gives Devin Haney a bit of a more chance to win. I don't want to say a bit of a more chance, because Haney is a great fighter. I don't want to say give him a bit of a more chance. Then Devin Haney will win if Regis doesn't apply what Coach Julian is giving him every day and the things that they are drilling. I'm watching him. He's a humble guy. He come in the gym. He works very hard. He got plans on Dog and Devin Haney. He has a huge heart. He's not fucking around in training. And some of the sparring that I have seen, he's extremely violent and not taking no prisoners. And he's looking very good.
I cannot wait for this fight. For the boxing fans, this is going to go off. Look, Malik Scott, appreciate your time as always. Thanks for talking to Boxing Social. We'll catch up again soon.
My man, absolutely. God bless.